This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium Free Talk. This Infinium Free Talk is entitled The After Effects. Now, my MGTOW brothers, after much back and forth with myself personally, as well as viewing other excellent content done by Hammerhand and Better Bachelor, otherwise known as the Joker, I decided to weigh in with my own takeaways regarding the Rittenhouse case. Firstly, I am glad that this young man was found innocent, and I am glad that there was conclusive evidence of his innocence. That being said, here are my takeaways. Number one, I don't regard Rittenhouse as a hero, but as a good-hearted young man who, based on conclusive evidence, was trying to do the right thing. Which by doing so, Rittenhouse became a critical layered nexus point that I truly believe he couldn't possibly understand. My brothers, in regards to events like this, I've always said, look at the layers. To that regard, the layers in this case range from an intentional tearing down of white men to gun control to intentional fomenting of racial discord and a furtherance of the sheeple mentality among the populace. Number two, there was clear and intentional railroading of Rittenhouse ranging from the highest level of the U.S. government, the prosecution, as well as the mainstream media, the MSM, which even after his being found not guilty of the crimes, these kind of false crimes, this intentional railroading, the intention to label him as guilty, whether or not a jury has found him not guilty, is still continuing. And there has been no apologies from the mainstream media, no apologies from government. You know who that is president of this country, to Rittenhouse. Even again, when there is clear visual evidence of his innocence, and more so that he was put in a position of having to defend himself, rightfully so, because of what happened to him. Number three, there was clear and intentional mixing of the Rittenhouse case along with the Arbery case, the Ahmaud Arbery case, by the mainstream media, the MSM. Something which is, in my opinion, my brothers, despicable because the two cases are not of the same nature. And furthermore, the mainstream media tried to use the Arbery case, I'll say it this way, tried to use the Ahmaud Arbery's death at the hands of men who hunted him down as a means to further railroad Rittenhouse. So basically, the mainstream media here tried to label this as a white supremacist type of deal, and along with those men who killed Arbery, which I believe those men are guilty based upon, again, the visual evidence. But the thing here is Rittenhouse is not a white supremacist. He is not like those men who hunted down Ahmaud Arbery. He is a young man who was told and asked to go out to that place where those people were rioting and help out, and that's what he did. He did that with intentions of helping the people that were there, and in doing so, he not only helped white people, but he was helping black people who own businesses in that area. So again, there was intentional mixing of the Rittenhouse case with the Arbery case which again, those are totally different matters, totally different cases, and totally different in the way they should be handled and the way they should be judged in terms of what happened. Number 4, the MSM as well as the Phillips Plantation State only further cemented men's overall unwillingness to step up to the plate. Again, Rittenhouse was a good-hearted young man who was called to step up to the plate. And in doing so, he was thrown under the bus by those people, by some of the people who basically were there and who were asking men to step up to the plate. That's what happened to him. He basically was thrown under the bus in every way possible. And Rittenhouse is learning a hard lesson. Even when you execute what you're called to do in terms of doing the right thing, you as a man in the Phillips Plantation State will be thrown under the bus. My brothers, again, the case of Rittenhouse versus Arbery are two different things. They are separate and not equal. And there are a number of things. I'm very heartened by Rittenhouse's, based upon again clear visual evidence of him self-defending instead of going out and hunting people down. He was shown to be in a position where he had to defend himself, and he was attacked. He didn't go out there to attack people. He was attacked. And, putting aside whether, he had the right to have the AR and all of that, again, is clearly shown that he was defending himself. Now, in regards to Ahmaud Arbery, again, it's clearly shown that he was hunted down and killed by those men. And again, to say that Rittenhouse was a white supremacist and he went out there and did this and did that versus what happened to Ahmaud Arbery, it is despicable. Again, they are two different cases and they should be judged as such. Two different cases based upon the evidence, based upon what has been shown in the videos, based upon all these things, instead of trying to railroad somebody based upon what happened in one state, based upon what happened in another state. The other distressing thing is that how corrupt the mainstream media is. And even now, to this day, they are trying to throw Rittenhouse under the bus. There's all this outcry that he again should not be innocent of those crimes. He should be condemned and put into jail. But again, I will remind you, my brothers, this is a young man who is clearly just trying to do the right thing. And for doing so and for being white, he is being thrown under the bus. That is an important layer that all men should understand, that there are layers by which we men are attacked and put down and sometimes destroyed because, again, the end goal is to enslave all men to the feminist plantation state. It is not so much a thing now of quote unquote getting men to go against one another is more so to cause enslavement. And so each layer that is being used upon men, each tactic that is being used upon men is with the end goal of enslavement to the feminist plantation state. And that's what we need to see, my brothers. Now, in regards to Ahmaud Arbery, I personally feel those men who hunted him down and who I feel are lying in terms of their testimony as to what happened to Ahmaud Arbery should be put into jail and should be punished for what they did. They murdered a man who clearly was just pretty much minding his business. Unless it can be proven that he was stealing something, he was doing something wrong, he was clearly minding his business, and his only crime was that he was black. And I'll add to that, he was shown on a video looking at a house that was being constructed or under construction, as I understand. And there again, he was doing something which I personally have done. I have been in the state of house hunting, and I have gone and looked at houses that were under construction, gone and kind of looked on the property, walked on the property, looked at what was being done, because I was just interested in what they were doing and just considering the possibilities. So I have done what in the past, what Ahmaud Arbery has done. And would I do that again in this current climate? No, in hindsight, I would not. Because, again, there are many quote unquote Karens that are around that would call the police on me, and I would probably, because of what's going on in this country, again, be thrown into jail for doing something that is innocence. That is just an innocent act of just looking around. And basically, again, I have the right as a citizen of this country to look at something that's for sale or look at something that is being constructed, as long as I am not doing anything or causing any problems or anything like that, where I'm just looking and just have an interest in what's going on. I have a right to do so. Now, again, all this leads me to say that there is a growing attitude among men in general. Those men who have red pilled, who have gone MGTOW, to just let everything burn. And see, this goes against the feminist plantation state, which is calling upon men to do their duty in every way possible. And there is a do their duty in terms of going out and marrying a single mother. There is a do your duty to quote unquote rebuilding the society. I know I played a video from a senator a few episodes back where he was basically calling men to do their duty, all men. But see, in the face of what happened to Rittenhouse, in the face of what happened to Ahmaud Arbery, men of all nature, of all races, are saying to hell with it. And they're saying, I will take care of me, and I will take care of me only. And the society burns up, I'll just make sure that I'm in a place where I don't burn up with the society. That's what they're doing. And you see this all around. Men are not really going out and looking for work. They're crying out that they need people to work. They need people to do these jobs and everything. And men are saying, hell no. So it's a lot of things that are going on. But again, these are the times, my brothers, I have been talking about, that we as men are in very dangerous times in very dangerous conditions. And that is why, again, we men who have red pill, who have adopted the MGTOW philosophy, must continually do so. We must continually take those red pills. We must continually embrace the MGTOW philosophy. And we must continually hold the line. Because all around us, there are layers of what I consider to be corruption, what I consider to be all types of issues that should not be. For instance, with Ahmaud Arbery's case, you see now that what's his name, Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson are now showing up in the courtroom where this case is being conducted. And my question is that why go out and get these men who are proven shills to represent you? Why not get somebody that is credible? Why not, even if they don't have a name, so to speak, like Sharpton or Jesse Jackson, get somebody that's credible. Because my brothers, men like Jackson, men like Sharpton do not speak for me. And I say this as a mixed race black man who also has Cherokee blood in him. These men do not speak for me. And I find them incapable of speaking for me because their intentions are to serve their own intentions. They have nothing to do with helping me out as a black man. So again, why allow these men to show up in a case like this? Just get somebody that is credible. See, that's what I'm saying, my brothers. That's what's going on. There are many, multiple layers in both cases that are going on. And again, it is not for the benefit of the people. It is not for the benefit of we men. It is for the benefit of the feminist plantation state. My brothers, again, that's why I've said, again. You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid. I'm sorry about that, my brothers. I guess that was appropriate. So that's the from Plan 9. That's where the alien says your stupid minds. But that's what's happening, because again, the feminist plantation state feels that we men who have actually gone out and tried to do the right things have stupid minds. And that's the difference between the feminist plantation state and the MGTOW philosophy. Because the MGTOW philosophy says that no, we have minds that can critically think and can look at issues like the Rittenhouse case and the Arbery case and tell the difference and rightly judge that, yes, this young man who is white, I believe he's white or mixed race, this young man is innocent, versus this black man who was innocently doing things was hunted down and killed by white men. We can rightly judge and we can rightly, critically think about these things. And that's what I'm saying, my brothers. To use your mind, which affords you the capability to critically think and to look at what is going on around you. And again, put yourself first in every matter, in every situation that you're facing, because of the because of the state that you're in and because of your adoption of the MGTOW philosophy. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium Free Talk. My MGTOW brothers, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.